I'm Nina Chesworth. I'm 37 years old. I lost my sight 15 months ago and lost my right eye 11 years ago. Before that, when I was 2 years old, I caught the flu virus. This attacked my eyes and left me with different complications. The closest they could get to it at the time was chronic uveitis. This caused problems with my cornea and my lens, and I had cataract. So I've had several corneal grafts, lens transplants and cataract removal operations. I think I've had about 6 in total throughout my life. With my sight journey, it's been a long and emotional one. My family, I have a very big family. They've been there through all of it. I know they feel they're obligated to help. Well, not obligated, they want to help, but they feel like, you know, they want to, so they have to. And I do feel guilty for that a lot, because they all have their own lives to live as well, and I want to live my own life. It's been hard on me and my family, and sometimes I don't think I remember that enough. Having a child as a blind or visually impaired mum, because I was visually impaired at the time I had Dylan. My son's 9 in 2 weeks, and when I had Dylan, it was a year after I'd lost my sight in the right eye, when I lost my eye. And I kind of rushed into the decision to have children because of the fear of losing my sight, because I didn't want to be a blind mum. I don't regret it now at all, because my boy's amazing and I wouldn't change him for the world. But it was a kind of decision that was rushed into on my part through fear. But there was no need to fear anything, because he was amazing and I managed, and I think I've done a great job. I hope I've done a great job. And he's grown up with my sight condition, so he is the most amazing little boy and is so aware of everything that I go through, and he's just there for me. I remember when I had sight and we were crossing the road once. I think he was about 4 years old, and he stopped me as we went to cross the road, and he went, "No, Mummy, wait, I've got to make sure we can cross the road safe. I'm looking after you." And I think my heart melted in that moment, because I didn't know whether to be proud of him, because, well, I was proud of him for being so caring and loving for me, but then I was also feeling guilty, because I thought, well, it should be me looking after you, not you looking after me. So there are lots of challenges of being a mum, and there's a lot of guilt to face and bear, I suppose, being a blind and visually impaired mum. I don't feel guilty all the time, just sometimes I feel like he should be being a little boy and running about and not looking after his old mum. I say to him, "Dylan," and he's sat watching the cartoons, and I'll say, "Dylan, come here a minute. What do you want? Come here a minute, I need you to help me." He'll come and I'll go, "Is this chicken or is this beef?" And I go, "Mum, that's chicken." And he's just so nice, like, he does do it, and I think sometimes he gets a bit fed up of me asking him, but he does do it, and he's dead cute, and he helps me, and he understands, and he's not horrible about it at all. And I think that's because he's grown up with my journey as well. He was obviously born into it, and he's grown up with it, so he's adapted. When I lost my sight completely, he was the only one that treated me like I was still me. Everybody else around me was panicking. "Oh my God, is she gonna be okay? Will she cope? What are we gonna do? We're gonna have to look out, like, everything for her." Dylan was just there going, "What's wrong with you all? It's my mum." He just treated me like I was just still me. And I think I was so thankful for that. I was so happy that he still saw me for me, and that gave me the strength to get through the last 16 months, and I think I know I have my family and I have my friends around me, but having my little boy has been a rock, and it makes me feel so amazing and wonderful to know that I have him in my life no matter what, and he's there for me no matter what. It doesn't matter if I'm blind, if I'm visually impaired, if I walk into things, which I do all the time, if I tie these toys away and don't know where I've put them and can't find things for him. He just doesn't care. He just sees me as me, and I love that so much about him. He's so strong, and I take his strength as well. When I had my cafe business, a lot of customers that came into the shop, once they realised that I had an artificial eye and was visually impaired, they were all quite, wow, that's amazing, I can't believe you can run this business on your own like that. Like what? Like, just because I was sight impaired doesn't mean that I'm not business minded or intelligent. After me losing my sight completely, the walk to school, doing my rehab training, it was scary. It was going out into the world, not seeing, hearing, feeling, smelling, all these different things. And my son's school is not far from my house. I'd probably say a 5-minute walk, which was really handy. But it was learning it all again. And when I was doing the trip to school, with my rehab officer, I'd have the parents stopping me and going, oh my God, wow, I can't believe you're actually here. I can't believe you're actually come to school. Why wouldn't I go to school? Why would I not get back out there? I'm a mum still. I want to take my son to school. So no matter how hard that is, I will get out there and I will learn and I will push myself. Just people's initial reaction, I think, to things. When I go to the bar with at Christmas, we went to a Christmas party with friends, and they're like, oh my God, you're amazing that you've come. It's so good that you're here out in town in the noise. Like, oh my God, like, it's just my eyes that have gone. I've not lost my personality. I've not lost my ability to dance. I've not lost my ability to get up and make a fool of myself after a few wines. Just because your sight's gone doesn't mean that you change. You just have to, I think, remember that and accept that as well. And you still carry on having fun. Technology. When I lost my sight, so during my sight journey, I used magnification, things like that. So Apple has been my best friend for a long time. I used magnification on Apple, and then going from that to having to use voiceover on Apple was a very hard lesson to learn. In the initial couple of months, well, sometimes still now, I get really frustrated with it and I scream at the phone, you're not doing what I'm telling you to do. Once I taught myself, and I'm still teaching myself how to use the technology, it's been a lot. It's been so beneficial. It's life-changing. They're not without the challenges, and you just have to keep pushing yourself through it, because at the end of it, you will get such a benefit from that if you just persevere with technology. I never really wanted to accept that I was a visually impaired woman in a sighted world. I fought against it. I wanted to have normal friends, and I do things with them, go to the cinema, go to music festivals, go to gigs, go to the pub, do things with friends. And I always thought that if I admitted that I was visually impaired, that I wouldn't be able to do these things. Funnily enough, I still do them. I've always done them. Losing my sight hasn't changed that at all. We went to Kendal Calling this summer, music festival in Cumbria. Yeah, it was hard, it was a hard experience, but the positive from it is that I now know I can't go in the tent, so what do we do to get around that? We get rid of the tent and we buy a camper van. I still go to the cinema. I actually enjoy the cinema more as a blind person because of the audio description. We went to see Avengers Endgame. We're big Marvel fans in our house, and the audio description on it was so amazing. It actually felt like you were in the film and a part of the movie. As a blind person, I don't like experiencing all these things that I've always done, but in a different way. It's like experiencing everything again in a new way. It's fun and exciting. Acceptance, I believe, and I've found myself on my journey, has been the key to being able to move forward in my life and get so much more from my situation now. I know it's a really hard thing to do because there are so many fears and demons within sight loss, and it's scary, but accepting it is such a value, and I've felt it so much, and it really has helped me move forward with everything.
Our videos are helping people across the world. If you found them useful, please donate on our website so we can keep making more videos like this in the future.
Henshaws, supporting people with sight loss and a range of other disabilities to go beyond expectations.